Hey everyone, Matt Phillips here, and this is Yeti's brand new SB115. Let's check it out. Let's talk a little bit about what the SB100 is, because that helps us understand what the SB115 is. The SB100 was an interesting bike because it was Yeti's most cross-country bike. It was more trail-oriented, more versatile, more capable than most XC-style race bikes. Now, this bike is even a little bit further towards trail. The geometry of the SB115 is very similar to the SB100. It's a little steeper and shorter than you might expect. Like Yeti's typically known for progressive geometry, longer, slacker. Does that make it old school? Maybe. You wind up with a bike that kind of feels like a marathon bike extra. And that's pretty cool. Hey cows, whoa! That extra just gives it a little more capability in technical, chunky terrain. Like this is a bike I'd take to Moab and ride. Because it's a Yeti, it has Yeti Switch Infinity, what they call translating link. This has two rods that slide up and down. Press fit 92. As long as it's well done, I'm happy. It seems like this one's well done. Boost front and rear, 1052 cassette from SRAM. Like most Yetis, 30-tooth chainring, 170 cranks, just a little extra ground clearance. 30mm wide rims, 4-piston SRAM G2 brakes, 180 rotors, front and rear, some sturdy Maxxis tires, and a Fox dropper with a Fox remote. Weight of this bike's 28.5. That's a little heavy, honestly, but that's the way mountain bikes are going these days. They're more capable, hopefully more durable, hopefully better to ride overall, but they're heavier. You know, if you want a really light bike these days, you gotta just look at the XC race bikes or hardtails. Okay folks, here we go. Yeti's Switch Infinity bikes, generally known for very good pedaling properties. Good anti-squat, crisp, efficient. Even in the bigger bikes, they just pedal well. They go uphill well. It's sharp. Mid-speed trail stuff, that's kind of where this bike really shines. Nice, sharp front end, accurate, predictable, precise, easy to steer. Yeti's bikes typically ride bigger. Same thing here. You know, it doesn't really feel like you're riding a bike that was born out of a shorter travel bike and a more XC-oriented bike. You know, going downhill, you can kind of push it on some trails you might not think you could. Rear end is capable, never feels like it over travels. The bike could feel a little bit wobbly and wandery, but the cool thing was I was able to ride some of these more enduro-y trails on a littler bike and really did well. The versatility, the capability is really pretty admirable for this bike. Inside with a little drop. The biggest thing you're gonna have with this bike, I think on a lot of downhills, is run into like that shorter, steeper geometry. Little hip jump. Woo! And that's it. Sweet! You know, there's been a big trend in mountain bike towards bigger. This bike isn't that. We need bikes that do different things well. If every bike was the same, then it wouldn't matter what bike you're on. Two bikes that I think are most like this are Giant's Trance. It's got a little bit more enduro flavor, whereas this bike comparatively has a little bit more XC flavor. Another bike that's really similar on paper is Trek's new Top Fuel. That bike though, because it's got a little shorter travel fork and they build it a little differently, is a little bit more XC flavor. Compared to those two bikes, like this bike is a little bit in between. You know, weaknesses, return to that geometry, it's shorter and steeper. That's kind of against the trend right now. Another potential weakness might be frame stiffness. This isn't the beefiest frame in the world. One final negative, maybe these cables dangling out under here. I like seeing stuff protected, especially a rear hydraulic line. Strengths for this bike is really its versatility and capability. Its ability to work well at lower speeds and remain sharp on tighter trails, but still surprisingly capable when you want to take it and really push it on some bigger terrain. So that's Yeti's brand new SB115. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe also so you can catch more of our videos. And hey, follow me on Twitter @ILikeSushi and hit me up with questions. Thanks for watching. Better use the shot, Pat.